day? Getting ghosted? Stood up? Blocked again? Let John and Chantel help with their 7:30 second date update.
Going to Eden to help out Melissa this morning. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good. Tell us what's happening with Brian.
Well, so 3 weeks ago, I was at my friend's surprise 30th, and
fun.
I met this guy, Brian. I hadn't met him before. He was the neighbor of the birthday girl. And I don't know, we hit it off. I gave him my number, and he gave me his, but I haven't called him because I'm waiting for him to call me like he said he would. But it's been 3 weeks.
I just want to make sure I understand. So there wasn't an actual...
You haven't gone on the date yet.
It was just the hanging out at this party?
Right.
Okay. And the birthday party was for a friend of yours, a friend of mutual, a coworker?
Well, my friend and his neighbor.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Got it. Basic birthday party? Was it like a theme birthday party? Did you have to dress in a weird costume?
It was a surprise 30th.
Oh, okay.
It was her surprise 30th, and it was at her house.
Was there any,
that-
sneaking off to another room during this party, or it,
Oh no,
No.
Okay.
nothing like that.
Okay.
We were just talking a lot on the couch and stuff.
So besides that, though, nothing else really happened on the date outside of this big
No.
surprise. Okay. All right. Well, then let's just do what we do. We'll play a song, we'll get some numbers, and we'll call up Brian and try to find some answers for you.
Okay, sounds good.
It's John and Chantel doing your second date update. It's really a first date update, if we're being honest with ourselves.
It's like a first impressions update.
Yeah, Melissa and
haven't even been on a
Brian,
date yet.
they met at a surprise birthday party for a friend, and they were talking just throughout the party, beforehand and afterwards, and then they exchanged numbers, but since then, there's never been an actual date. It's been 3 weeks also. But, Melissa's just wondering why she hasn't heard back from Brian. So, Melissa, we're going to call up Brian. Just listen in, and let's see what happens, okay?
Will do.
Hello.
Hey, is this Brian?
Yep, this is Brian. Sorry, who's this?
Yeah, Brian, my name is John. Chantel's here as well. The two of us, we do a morning radio show together here in Salt Lake on Mix 105.1. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
All right, cool, man. You okay with being on the radio?
I guess so.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
sure.
We won't take up a lot of time. It's just that our show does something called the Second Date Update, and we follow up on dates that went well, and we're just waiting to hear what happens for the next time. In fact, do you happen to remember meeting Melissa?
Yep, I do.
And
Yep.
It's my understanding, actually, you were supposed to have a date, and you didn't even have this date.
Yeah, that's right. I changed my mind, pretty much.
Why is that?
She's a lot. She's a little too much for me to handle.
Oh, I'm sorry. What does that mean?
Well, she told you how we met, right?
Yeah, friend's birthday party.
So, yeah, everything was going great, and we hung out a bunch before the party really got going. But when the birthday girl arrived, who's also my neighbor, you just kind of yell surprise, and that's it. People kind of go back to the party. But
Right.
not her. No.
What happened?
Yeah, she basically, she just kept, she yelled surprise at 10 times higher than the rest of us, and she ran over to the birthday girl and kind of rushed her and jumping and throwing confetti and just screaming this is some contestant on a TV show, and it was pretty embarrassing. Everyone kind of stopped, and she was still going a mile a minute, yeah, I don't know, it was super awkward.
I feel like we all have a friend like that.
Yeah. So everyone
I feel
else,
like I am that friend.
As I heard this, I went, "Oh, this is Chantel at every party we go, every event we go to."
I feel
Everyone else is a 6, and she comes in at a 13
every time.
So, Brian, Melissa's actually on the line. Do you mind if we just pick up and you can say hi to her?
I mean, I'd rather not, but if she's on the line.
Yeah, I mean, she just really wants to hear from you so we can kind of, get some closure on this whole thing. Hey, Melissa.
Surprise!
Melissa. We might not have given it our all for the surprise, but you came in like 500%, and I don't know.
That's seriously why you haven't I thought you were joking or just trying to dodge the question. That's really why you haven't called?
Yeah, it was just a lot.
But we can work through that. As her friend, I wanted to make her feel special, and I made sure she knew the surprise was for her.
So, Melissa, you're just saying, like, you felt like the celebration wasn't big enough, and you wanted to make sure, since it was this birthday party for your friend, that you wanted to make it huge. You wanted to celebrate it.
I will say that, like, for me, if I'm in a room and everybody's level is like a 5, but it's an opportunity where we're supposed to be at a 10, I'll do a 15.
You'll try
just
to
to make
balance
up
it out.
that extra 5 for everyone else.
That sounds like how Melissa is.
So I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. We do another date. This time there's no surprise birthday. There's no yelling of any kind. It's just a basic dinner date. We pay for the whole thing. Both of you can show up not at a 10 or a 5, but at a 7. We'll meet halfway.
Yeah, sure.
Is this something... I mean, Melissa, now that you've heard Brian's reason for not calling you back, are you interested in another date?
Well, yeah, I'd like to show him that I'm not always like that.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I can control myself.
Right. Brian, I mean, so, Melissa was just trying to balance out the party. Is this something we're interested in, or are you feeling like you guys are just too different of people?
Like now that I've had kind of some understanding, footnotes about what her intentions were, and she was kind of right, it was kind of a lame surprise. So it was, I'm definitely kind of changing that in my head, and I get together for sure.
Yeah? All right, then. Well,
Yeah.
good.